Action, tape two.
Action.
Tape two.
Action. Come on, we're rolling.
Hi, okay.
Hi, state your name.
My full name?
Yes, your full name.
Eduardo Emmons.
That sounds really sexy.
Thank you.
Mr.
Most
Emmons.
people call me Ed.
Oh,
You can call me Ed if you like.
I can?
Yes.
All right. So, Ed,
Yes.
so how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. So, we're surveying people across the nation.
Who is we?
Our newspaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're surveying people.
What's the name of the newspaper?
Tiffany Inc.
Okay.
All right. We're surveying Tiffany's Inc. rather.
Mhm.
Tiffany's Inc. Sorry. We're surveying people across the nation. This interview is about you, not me. So
Okay.
please don't ask me questions.
Okay.
Okay. This survey is it's about the Powerball jackpot of 900 million, I believe, which would equate to approximately 500 million after taxes.
Mhm.
And have you gotten your ticket?
Yes, I acquired 2 tickets, one of which my wife purchased, and the other which I purchased, but she had identified the Powerball number 26, and I
Okay.
got that.
I-
And I also got a mega
Mega
million.
pliers?
Yes, mega million.
Oh, mega. Okay.
Million ticket as well.
All right.
Although it's just $100,000, but hey.
Hey, $100,000 is better than no dollars.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I did speak with your wife briefly, and she told me the same thing, that you guys had tickets. I just wanted to confirm how many tickets you had, and I mean, because she told me that she was in church holding them up, and
Yeah,
she said that you got a
she
little
doesn't-
upset because
Yeah,
of the shame.
Yes, it's just that, I don't like advertising things. The Bible says do things in secret and he'll reward us.
He said
in
gamble in
public.
secret. Did he say gamble in secret and he'll reward you openly? Is that what he said?
Well, the Bible talks about talents. That if a man buries a talent and he didn't get anything. And another man buried he used the talent that God gave him and he multiplied. God blessed him, he multiplied the talent. So yes, I look at that as a talent. If God blesses
Did the
me,
Lord
then-
give you the numbers you picked, or were they just randomly generated?
Well, as I mentioned before, interviewer, that my wife picked the Powerball number for the one I got. Everything else is random, but she picked the Powerball number.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you did. Please forgive me. Okay, so let's discuss. Let's discuss what would happen if you guys actually hit the jackpot. So tell me, Mr. Emmons, what would be your first and foremost purchase?
My first purchase, as my wife indicated last, it would be tithe. I would give 10% of my income to the church. I will give 5% of my income to my church, will substantially improve what they have there in the church. And I will give another 5% to the poor in secret.
Well, actually, you were incorrect. Prior to you.
Well, this is my interview.
No,
so
no. I'm just giving you correct information. You were incorrect when you stated that your wife actually mentioned it last. Well, no. What she actually mentioned last was that
I don't
she
think
would.
you were at the interview, so how
Well,
do you
no,
know
I've
what she
interviewed.
made?
I've interviewed her separately, and you'll
Well,
see
I
that at a
interviewed her
later date.
personally. I interviewed her personally, and I could more than welcome to go to the interview.
Okay, well, your wife stated that she would get a maid last. That's what she actually stated, Mr.
But I'm
Emmons.
sure that
So
that part about
So
giving
your
to-
accusations about her lack.
Well, it's not about her. It's about what I would do.
Your accusations
What
of
I
her
would do
lack
if I-
to honor God before
Well,
your.
I honored God first. I just wanted, it wasn't like my clothes or, something like that. I think that was her first. Her clothes, her hair, her nails, and her pedicure, if I recall. That what you got from her too?
No, I didn't get that at all. I just got Jesus. Jesus.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we know where my mind is. Yes.
All
In
right.
your next
Okay,
question.
next.
So
Your
so
second purchase following your tithes, offering, and donations to the poor. What would you do?
family.
Family. Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. Your
So
wife
in
mentioned that
fact,
in her interview, too.
I don't recall that. But
Yes, she
anyway,
did.
so she didn't mention anything about family. So I would definitely take care of my wife's family, and my family, so they will not never have need. And I think it's important to make sure family. In fact, when I talked to my wife's mother, first thing she said was family.
Mm-hmm.
My family will be rich, and I said, oh. And my cousin said that she would, if she win the lottery, she would be rich. So if and I would take care of my immediate family, but because she said that, I would take care of her. I'll make sure she get a little change, because I think that's unselfish when you say, "Hey, my family, my family." Now,
Mm-hmm.
she may be talking about her immediate family. I don't know, but anyway, yes, go ahead.
Right, but you would not have been. Were you tagged in that status?
Yes.
Well, then she was indicating that you were a part of her family that would be a
Well, if
recipient
if
of the
she should
money.
win, we will soon find out.
Yeah, right, exactly. Okay, so moving on. What would your third purchase be following family?
I would like to acquire a home, something flat, something uh, big, gigantic, one level, uh,
Flatlands,
something flat, because my house,
flatlands,
my
and then
property
something
is not.
gigantic.
No, I mean, I would,
Flatlands, and then something gigantic.
no, I wouldn't. Well, I'll get to that later. That's about what I want. So, so I would acquire a house for my family. Something that is, and definitely because I don't want to live house that's so excessive. Although we could afford whatever house and pay it off cash, including this house here, but I want I want us to live in a house that's nice size. Something that she don't have, my wife don't have to worry about cleaning, get maid service and stuff like that. and but that would be my second purchase, is a house. I would most likely either rent or sell the house that we currently reside
Okay. Okay, that
in
sounds.
after I fix it up. Things I have to do to this house in order to sell it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any more purchases?
Um,
Any more major purchases?
a major purchase. I love classic vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy another. I would buy a few cars.
Mm-hmm. How many?
Well,
A
I
few is
would buy.
typically three, but
Sorry.
a few is typically three, but maybe your
For
answer
yeah.
is different.
Well, maybe I
It's not
should answer the
definitive.
question.
I'm sorry?
Maybe I should answer the question. Did you ask me a question? Right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying I wanted to know specifically how many.
Well, I'm thinking SUV.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Cadillac Escalade, so SUV,
Mm-hmm.
family vehicle. That's
Mm-hmm.
our family vehicle. Although my wife may buy her own car, that's her. And I would get a classic vehicle and an everyday driver. You know.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. All right. Well, anything else? Is there anything else?
Let's see.
Oh, I know what your wife also told me. Okay, go ahead. Anything
But
else?
again, my wife always, in my interview, and it's really about my interview and not hers. Are you
Your
my wife?
wife said that she would get.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I have to give my wife
Yeah, so we don't
the
need to mention.
biggest
We don't need to mention that though,
the
Mr.
biggest
Evans.
ring, diamond ring
No,
that she
your
would
wife
ever
wants to
seen
keep her
in her
ring.
life. She would get the biggest ring. She would like. It'd be the type of ring that Kobe Bryant bought his wife.
Yeah, she doesn't want that though. Apparently, she wants to keep her original wedding ring. Now she can get a ring for another finger, like
But is it her
something.
interview or my interview?
Well, no,
I'm always wondering
well.
why. I always wondering
Oh,
why
okay.
this
I'm sorry,
interview is.
Mr. Evans.
She should have stayed that in her interview, but I assume my wife may want that included. I will make sure my wife have everything. She will have no need of any. I would say she would have need of nothing.
Need of nothing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you have things mapped out, and it sounds like you have a pretty good heart. You don't just want material things for yourself, but you also want to help others, and
Thank you.
that sounds, it's
I,
very
I,
noble of you. And
I'm not finished.
oh, I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah, I think you were summarizing on my interview, and I wasn't finished. But
Oh,
anyway,
I'm sorry. Okay, what else would you buy, Mr.
I would
Emmons?
immediately resign from work, and I would not resign. I would retire, so that I can get my money that I worked for all my career, almost 30 years of career. So I would immediately resign from my job, because obviously I don't have need to work, so there's no money.
Would you still be, money is money. If you're a multimillionaire,
Hmm?
uh, a normal salary of a middle class person would seem like pennies to you. However, comma, like you always say, however, comma.
I always said to you. I don't know
No,
if
you
I was
always.
saying that to you.
No, I recall you.
What's your name,
I've
man?
seen you in
What's
different
your name,
interviews
man?
before. Okay, I told you don't interview me.
Oh, okay, I'm just wondering.
Anyway, what my
There's
whole
a
point.
tape in my house. I'm wondering why.
My whole point,
Comma,
Mr.
comma, what's it?
Emmons, my whole point
Yes.
in saying that was being a multimillionaire, a middle class salary may seem like pennies to you, but we never know where life is going to lead us, and things happen all the time. Just like the Bible states, it's by chance. Chance things. Things can happen, and because we wouldn't be so pressed to collect that, money, the social security, the whatever, then one day we may find ourselves in a bind where we really needed it. You understand what I'm saying?
Need what in terms of?
Like if something were, let's say if something were to happen, and let's just say if something were to happen, and you said, okay, I don't have any money, and I don't have a source, to get any money.
No, if I
But
retire,
if I have the retirement,
that's what I'm saying.
when,
I can technically retire now.
right? Okay, so you
Social
wouldn't just quit
Security,
your job and just
I would
forget
retire.
about it
I would retire.
and make sure
I will
that
submit my
everything goes
paper.
through.
Well, we'll go through.
No,
I can
what I'm
retire
saying is
anytime.
you would make sure that you collect that money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because it seems
That's
like
what I
pennies to
said.
somebody
That's
that's a
why I said
multimillionaire.
retire, so I can collect the money. So I
Yeah.
said, if you go back, you'll see that in
I
the
remember
play
you saying that, Mr. Emmons.
it's a,
Okay, I got it.
well,
Okay.
maybe the interviewer wasn't listening.
Do you need some Vaseline for your lips? Because you keep.
No, they very much. My wife able to give me some Vaseline, and
Okay.
she likes the Vaseline in places. Inside joke, honey.
No, she doesn't. No.
Let's see.
Anyway, you know what, though? You know what? Okay, so this interview is over. Thank you, Mr. Emmons.
No, I wasn't finished with my list of things. It's a lot
Okay,
of
we're on
money, so
13 minutes and 8 seconds, Mr. Emmons.
I will close. I did a devote. One thing I would do when I retire is I would continue to write my devotionals. My way of connecting with God. I would think of creative ways in which I wrote a devotional recently. In fact, it'd be ironic if I went and I did a devotional about rich man, poor man.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm far from being poor, I consider us middle class. But I consider us trying to make it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I would continue to write.
Mm-hmm.
That way, I think it's important. A lot of people retire and they just don't do anything. I remember I was talking to my wife's mother today, and she said I couldn't retire. This would drive me crazy in the house. I can figure out another reason why she would drive me crazy. but
Your wife's father, maybe?
do you know him? Do you know Mr. Washington?
No,
He's
I
a wonderful-
don't. No.
He's a wonderful man. I love my father-in-law.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know why you would say that.
No, I was just guessing.
Oh.
just guessing. Perhaps, maybe.
You're covering up the camera lens.
I just saw that, I moved my hand really quickly.
Ring
Mr.
styles
Emmons,
required.
we're
One
wrapping
last
this
thing,
up.
listen. Lastly, I would like to say this. My lips feel much better saying Vaseline. I like to say this that I did a devotional before I was rudely interrupted by the interviewer. Your name? What's your name again?
Doesn't matter. I told you don't interview me. Go ahead.
But
You did a devotional about rich man, poor man.
I'm about to end this interview.
No, okay, come on.
Because
Come on, tell me
attitude.
come on, go ahead. Rich man, poor man.
So I did a devotional about rich man, poor man, and it basically talks about, you know, how the rich poor like to be rich, and there's a burden to be